First and foremost, I want to say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for him, this wouldn't be possible. Low Nose Boxing. Hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe. Bill Haney is at it again. Bill Haney is a tremendous manager. He's great for the sport of boxing. He stirs up controversy. He's always talking heavy. He just said recently, earlier today, he was talking about Terence Crawford, which I don't understand why. Terence Crawford is not fighting Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia is. But he said that Terence Crawford never got a chance to have his own era. And then he asked the question, does Terence Crawford beat anybody on Floyd Mayweather's resume? That's a very good question, because Floyd Mayweather throughout his illustrious career done took out so many great fighters, so many Hall of Famers, so many world champions. So that's a very, very, very good question. And based on my opinion, I'm gonna match Terence Crawford up with some of the guys on Floyd's resume. Let's start with 135 pounds, because that's where Terence Crawford won his first world title, right? Floyd Mayweather's best wins between 130 and 135 were Gennaro Hernandez, Angel Manfredi, Jose Luis Castillo, and Diego Corrales. Do I believe any of those guys can beat Terence Crawford at 135? Absolutely not. I think Terence Crawford would beat all of those fighters. I think Terence Crawford would stop Diego Corrales. I think Terence Crawford stops Angel Manfredi. I believe Terence Crawford stops Gennaro Hernandez. And I believe Terence Crawford outboxes Jose Luis Castillo. So now let's talk about 140 pounds. That's a weight class where Floyd Mayweather won a championship. And that's a weight class where Terence Crawford was undisputed at, right? So the top guys, the best fighters that Floyd fought at 140 pounds were Zab Judah, Arturo Gatti, and Carlos Baldomir, and Sean Bay Mitchell, former world champion. How does Terence Crawford do against those guys? In fact, Carlos Baldomir, he fought him at 147. So let's start with Terence Crawford versus Arturo Gatti, especially the version of Arturo Gatti that Floyd Mayweather fought. I got Terence Crawford stopping Arturo Gatti in brutal fashion. At 140, Terence Crawford became more of a puncher. I mean, he was still boxing, but his power really increased once he started making 140. That's when he started knocking everybody out, with the exception of Victor Postal. So I got Terence Crawford stopping Arturo Gatti. I got Terence Crawford versus Zab Judah being a very, very good fight. I've never seen Terence Crawford against a slick southpaw with the speed, athleticism, and punching power of Zab Judah. But I'm going to have to go with Terence Crawford on that one as well, because Zab Judah was not the most consistent fighter. You know, he would look great, he would look good, he would win, and then he would lose to a fighter that he had no business losing to. So I actually have Terence Crawford stopping Zab Judah, right? Late round stoppage. Who else that Floyd fought at 140 pounds? We got Arturo Gatti, Zab Judah, and Sean Bay Mitchell. I got Terence Crawford stopping Sean Bay Mitchell as well, right? So now let's talk about the notable wins at 147 pounds for Floyd Mayweather. Let's start off with Marcos Maidana. Terence Crawford has not faced that type of style neither. But I would have to pick Terence Crawford to beat Marcos Maidana, probably in a unanimous decision in a very tough fight. But I got Crawford winning that fight. Let's talk about Terence Crawford versus Victor Ortiz. I got Terence Crawford knocking Victor Ortiz out. Let's talk about Terence Crawford versus Robert Guerrero. I got Terence Crawford outboxing Robert Guerrero and stopping him late. Let's talk about Terence Crawford versus who else Floyd fought at 147 pounds. And by the way, I made a mistake. I said Zab Judah at 140. Either way, I got Terence Crawford beating Zab at 140 and 147. Carlos Baldomir. I got Terence Crawford outboxing and stopping Carlos Baldomir as well, right? 147-pound resume. So far, it's looking like Terence Crawford can beat all of those guys. But let's keep going. Who else did Floyd fight at 147 that was notable? Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton was a junior welterweight champion. Floyd Mayweather fought him at 147. How does Ricky Hatton and Terence Crawford match up? I got Terence Crawford outboxing Ricky Hatton and stopping Ricky Hatton late rounds. Terence Bud Crawford over Ricky Hatton. Who else did Floyd fight at 147 pounds? Let's see. I don't have no almanac in front of me right now. I believe those are the guys he fought at 147 pounds, right? Notable fights. I got Terence Crawford beating Floyd Mayweather's resume at 147. Now we got Manny Pacquiao. That's a great fight right there. Manny Pacquiao is a legend, a Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer. Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao did not fight in 2009, 2010, around the time when Manny Pacquiao had destroyed Miguel Cotto. That was the best version of Manny Pacquiao. That version of Manny Pacquiao versus Bud Crawford would have been a toss-up fight. A toss-up. But Floyd Mayweather did not fight that version of Manny Pacquiao. He fought an older version of Manny Pacquiao. Still a great version of Manny Pacquiao, because Manny Pacquiao went on to accomplish more greatness after that fight. But I got Terence Crawford actually beating that same version of Manny Pacquiao that Floyd Mayweather fought. I don't got Bud stopping him. I got it unanimous decision. I believe it'll be more competitive than the Floyd fight because Bud gets hit more than Floyd Mayweather. So I got Bud beating Manny Pacquiao, right? Which is Floyd's best win at 147 pounds. And of course, I got Bud Crawford stopping Conor McGregor and Andre Berto. Let's go to 154 pounds now. Bud Crawford hasn't fought at 154 yet. But Bud Crawford has shown that he's a special fighter. Bud Crawford is the type of fighter that you can put him in any type of generation, any era, and he's going to excel. I'm not saying he beats all the old school guys. And to all the other people and channels and stuff like that, and my friends that tell me that I'm biased towards nostalgia, this goes to show you that I'm not biased towards nostalgia, because obviously I picked Terence Crawford, who is one of today's generation fighters, over a lot of great fighters from the past. So let's talk about 154. Floyd's resume at 154 against Terence Bud Crawford. Let's start with Oscar De La Hoya. That's a very tough fight. Floyd Mayweather won that fight. It was highly competitive. Oscar De La Hoya in his prime versus Terence Bud Crawford. I might have to go with Oscar De La Hoya on that one. But the version of Oscar De La Hoya that fought Floyd Mayweather, I actually got Bud Crawford beating Oscar De La Hoya in a very close, possibly controversial decision. Now we're going to talk about Miguel Cotto. Miguel Cotto that fought Floyd Mayweather versus Terence Bud Crawford. Miguel Cotto is a great fighter. Terence Bud Crawford is a special fighter. What I've seen Terence Bud Crawford do to Errol Spence, who was a top 5 pound for pound, tops anything I've seen Miguel Cotto do in terms of dominating an elite level fighter. So I would have to slightly go with Terence Bud Crawford by a close, hard-fought, unanimous decision over Miguel Cotto. Now we're going to talk about Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez. The version of Canelo Alvarez that Floyd Mayweather fought, which was a younger, less experienced Canelo that did not fight using his attributes, which is his strength and his body punching. Instead, he went in there and tried to box Floyd, which did work against him. I have to pick Terence Bud Crawford to beat that version of Canelo Alvarez in a tough fight, but a unanimous decision nevertheless. Now Terence Crawford moving up to 168 and fighting Canelo right now, that's a whole nother ball game. I got Canelo winning that. But to answer Bill Haney's question, does Terence Bud Crawford, how does he do against everybody on Floyd Mayweather's resume? I'm going to go on the limb to say that Terence Bud Crawford beats all of those guys as well. Now, this is just my opinion, and I love doing fantasy matchups, by the way. Anyway, with that being said, hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, Low Nose Boxing, because Low Nose Boxing, I'm out.